All practice pages and other materials for learning cursive are available at my Teachers Pay Teachers store at www.teacherspayteachers.com/store/Ann-Fosnight. Learning Cursive, Lesson 46, Capital D. The next two capitals, capital D and capital L, I call my looping letters, because if we look at capital D in print and capital D in cursive, the biggest difference is we added loops. When forming a capital D, start just below the headline with a slightly curved slant line down to the baseline, then make a loop. Curve again back down to the baseline, back up and around, and end it with a loop. I call this a loopy letter because of all its curves and loops in it. So again, we start just below the headline with a slight curve down to the baseline with a loop, curve back down to the baseline, back up to the top to match, and make a loop. And the loop closes it. A capital D. It's not a two-part letter. It starts on the side here, loop, down to the bottom, curve to the top, around after you touch the headline, and into a loop. As you get ready to complete the capital D practice page, make sure your paper is properly slanted, your area is cleared off, you're sitting up straight, and you've written your name neatly at the top of the page in cursive. Our model for capital D shows us all of its curves and loops. It starts just below the line with a slightly curved slant line, a loop, curve back down to the baseline, go to the headline, and make a loop that closes the capital D. So it looks like this. Slant, loop, slant, loop. A capital D has a slight curve in its back, a loop, a curve to get back down to the baseline, a curving loop, curving side, and a loop that attaches its top to the headline. We just have to remember the directions for all of our loops and curves. After you've traced, practiced on your training wheel letters to train your hand, you'll be all set to try it on your own. A capital D slightly below the headline, curve, curve again, up to the top, and a loop. A capital D is not a connecting letter, so we just mostly can compare the capital D with its lowercase partner. Capital D, lowercase. Many names start with D, such as David, Denisha, Dallas, Daisy, Darnell, and Dory. If your name starts with D, you're welcome to cross out one of these names and write your own. Don't forget to trace the names and write them yourself. Our next letter is also a loopy letter. It's the letter L.